All right, let's get started. All right, make sure that iTunes is working. Life is good. So guys, so basically today we're going to be talking about some very simple things, as usual. There we go. That's what we wanted today. All right. The Bitcoin price today has been amazing. We've been hitting some highs. I believe we're about to pass above the 1 trillion mark again. I wonder if it'll show me here very briefly whether or not we've hit that. Yes, we're above 1 trillion once more as we have gone up. We've just had a small dip for the past week or so. Nothing too crazy. Let me just go ahead and go into TradingView real quick so we can see that a little bit more closely. BTC to USD. They really need to make that the default. Either that or I need to figure out how to actually use it better. But yeah, so essentially our last peak was February 21st when we hit 58,000, and now we're back up into the mid 50s once again. My guess is we're probably going to hold that and shoot a little bit higher, as this dip was probably a lot of different things that I will go into detail in a little bit in a second here. Yeah, market is looking green. Joiner, good to see you, man. Welcome to the stream. Let's see, and then we stock to flow. We're looking really good. We're still ahead of the curve according to stock to flow, above the $50,000 mark. And again, this little divide here is another 50 grand. So this whole span for us to get here looks like it's a lot of room, but this is the same amount because it's a logarithmic scale. For us, for the fair value according to stock to flow, to be 50K, it would be around closer to May. So again, that would be like our extremely most emergency support point in case something crazy happened. And the main thing today that we were going to talk about, we have two things. We're going to talk about what I think has been happening to the market, just combining a bunch of different things together. We're going to talk about, again, how much Bitcoin people may need in order to reap the benefits of it over the course of the next decade or so. And we're going to talk about free Bitcoin just a little bit here. And here we go. All right, so first, there's been a lot of things that have been happening the last few weeks, and some of them I've talked about in a previous video or two. We're just going to go over them right now real quick. This is an illustration of the Bitcoin price as the way I think about it during a consolidation period. For those who don't know, a consolidation period is when it kind of goes up and down. It's choppy, like we're seeing right now. And there have been a few. So this is a big one that happened about a month and a half ago. Or a month and a quarter ago. That was another period of consolidation, and we're having another one. And that's typical of a bull market, which is what we're in right now. And essentially what's happening is the tension is caused by Bitcoin has very strong fundamentals. Again, it's scarce, censorship resistant, and undebasable. They can't print more of it. There's only 21 million, yada yada. It's a network that is hard to attack, all that kind of stuff, right? Factors that kind of hold the price back, which again are not the fundamentals, which are not the what Bitcoin could do in the future. Essentially, are just people who just don't believe in it. So we have bears, we have people shorting it in various ways, whether that means just not buying it or using cash settled derivatives. We have miners like F2 pool dumping for several reasons. Spoof trading, so people pretending to sell but then canceling it, so scaring everybody off the trade books. Misleading FUD, so we have basically everything on Yahoo finances that, and then we have just general manipulation, some amalgamation of everything that I just said. All of these things are like the rope holding back the catapult. It's not that strong. It requires a lot of resources to do. If you can imagine, to lean on the price like that means you're putting tens of hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars into the market to try and hold the price down. So essentially, again, every time that we buy Bitcoin, it is a short squeeze, just like GameStop. So, when the price goes up, several things can happen. It could be the weekend when the markets are closed and the concentration of these forces, whatever they are, slip. It could be that where the supply shock is taking hold. No matter how much money they put against Bitcoin or how much certain governments or forces just don't want it to succeed, the supply shock forces it to go up because of supply and demand. You know, the demand stays the same, the supply goes down. Over-the-counter traders, which people can buy Bitcoin from but not affect the market, eventually have to go to the market and buy. Miners running out of Bitcoin to sell forces upward pressure because, again, there's less supply on the market. And once again, it's too difficult to hold the price down. That's pretty much what I believe. And then when that happens, that's when you see like a 10 to 20% jump in the price suddenly. Boom. And all it takes is for us and adventurous companies to just buy whatever amount of Bitcoin is comfortable for us. So that includes Elon Musk, that includes Michael Saylor, that includes, you know, your mailman down the street, that includes whoever can buy Bitcoin. Just holding it, just buying it is undermining all of this effort to kind of keep the price down. And some of it is timed, and there's no way to know. This is why I don't use things like leverage, right? A lot of these products are leveraged when in various ways or forms. And as the market goes up and down, those who use the leverage break like the rope on this catapult. It just is what it is. This is my analogy, maybe not the best in the world, but that's how I kind of see it. And again, I would only say that this would happen during a bull market. During a bear market, it's more about, well, the price does do certain things like this. It stays mostly the same until the next cycle begins, the halving starts, and the supply shock begins. Something that I've seen in a few places, some other channels as well, is how much Bitcoin is needed to become Bitcoin rich, depending on what resources you may or may not have, right? Well, let's break it down. There are 21 million Bitcoin, right? Which means that there are more millionaires than there are Bitcoin. As we can see by this chart, there are 51, and this is what they know of, right? So 51 million Bitcoin. It looks like someone's revving their engine here. We have 590 people who are 100,000aires, right? So let's go one up. What if you wanted, let's see, 0.1, so 0.1 of a Bitcoin. So there are 210 million 0.1 of a Bitcoin. So there are more 100,000aires than there are 0.1 Bitcoin. And if you wanted 10,000 to 100, you know, people who have 10,000 to 100 grand, well, you know, at this point you're at 1% of the Bitcoin. There's over 2,100 people between the lower two tiers here. These are just like, you know, down here under 10 grand, that's most people. That's 50% of the chart. People who are over 10 grand, that completes it, right? So at this point, there aren't even enough for most people to have 1% of the Bitcoin. So that's why research has shown, according to this article, which is varietyinfo.com, if you're looking, you can look at it, is just showing that according to just our populations and the distribution of wealth, there just aren't enough for everyone to even have 1% of a Bitcoin. So if someone were considering to get in the market and just wanted to put $5 in every day and eventually just get 1% of a Bitcoin, that is a milestone. At this point, it's a milestone to get 1%. It's a milestone to get 10%. It's a milestone to get a whole coin. You know, I joke with my friends that a whole coiner could walk into a room and put their blessing on a project just by saying, I'm a whole coiner. Isn't that crazy? It's nuts. In other news, we have I use Free Bitcoin as one of my services. They are one of the largest casinos on the internet. That is how they make their money. But what they actually are a Bitcoin faucet, and they give out free Bitcoin. They have a point and reward system for doing so. One of their new ones is to use the Fun token. And by using the Fun token, you get a whole variety of perks. And again, it starts super cheaply. I believe 2,500 Fun tokens is like something like $20 or something like that, which is not bad at all. And you get, you know, you get free spins daily and things like that for prizes. And of course, the higher you go, you get even more perks. Like it'll actually make your daily income from the site go up, all the way up to, I believe, 25% if at the highest tier. I have selected the the third level here, and that's just where I'm happy being, and it's pretty cool. It's going to be fully released on the 15th for both buying and selling. So if you're looking for something interesting, that's up to you. Again, they don't officially support this channel in any way or form. I just believe in their mission and what they do and how they make money. I like the way they do it. And if that looks good for you, that's cool. And just an example of what it kind of looks like, what they would do when you get these free spins, which are shown here, let's say 5 to 10 spins a day, right? When you get these spins, then what will happen is you'll get a message on top of your account that'll say, hey, you have some spins, and you can either play one at a time or you can do all of them. And what it'll do is it'll group them together and show what you win, whether it be points, whether it be Bitcoin, whether it be whatever. And again, everything can be cashed out for more Bitcoin later, which is the cool part. So if you wanted something gamified or something interesting, free Bitcoin is a wonderful way to go. All right, guys, and on to the winner of the giveaway. So we're going to switch to marbles on stream again here. Boom. All right, marbles on stream. Here we go. Maddox, let me see if you're actually in this right now. Okay. Okay. I don't think it's letting me, but okay. I'll figure it out. Alright, guys. Well, next time I'll figure that out. Apologize. Alright. So we have a good amount of our comments here ready to go for this giveaway. Again, the top two are going to be given about $10 worth of Bitcoin. So here we go in just a second. Let me switch the music to something a little bit more exciting. There we go. Start the race right now. Boom. And I just chose a random course. And we're seeing what happens here. Okay. So they're working their way down. Currently we have Willie Joseph and Nandani in first. Right now everything's very even, so we'll see what happens if we go into the first set of obstacles right now. Down into this drop. It's going to split them up here. We'll see who goes where. Peter Francis in first place at the moment. Okay, Peter Francis way out in front right now. The finish line is now in sight as we enter the next obstacle. Here we go. Peter Francis knocked back, and now we have, looks like Colton McRae going to be taken first. We have people dropping. We have Gecko, Austin Mercado, Samuel Burnett being knocked out right now. We have a loop into this next obstacle. Here we go, down to the right. Oh, Corey Morales flying off into the abyss there. Kevin Hogan. Oh, we have a bunch of people flying off into the abyss right now. They must be hitting each other in the air. Okay. So we have people making it into the next part. It looks like there is some issue with them flying off right here, but... Okay. I don't even know where they're flying off from. Because so right now, currently, we have Sterling Booth and Nandani Varma. As more people are catching up to this section here. Looks like Sterling Booth. Oh no, Nandani Varma knocked off. Oh, we have people getting knocked off left and right here for this giveaway. Looks like Sterling Booth is going to be our number one. Awesome. And Sebastian Hopkins is going to be number two. Or not. Something happened. Oh, there he is. Okay, cool. People being knocked off left and right here. There we go. Only 38 out of the 99 left. As we keep going here. 36. Congratulations, Sterling Booth and Sebastian Hopkins. What's up with Weston here? Oh, just being knocked around left and right? Okay. and is going to survive. All right. Oh my gosh. Okay. There we go, Sterling Booth, our main winner here. Sterling Booth and Sebastian Hopkins. All right, guys, I hope you have a wonderful time. I'll see you next week, and hopefully we have more interesting things to talk about. Price is up again, and more things to look forward to. Bye-bye.